Rationalizing the denominator. If you have a radical in the denominator, if it's just a single radical like this as opposed to example C, then you just take that radical and multiply it on the top and the bottom. Because what that does is square root of 5 times square root of 5 is 5, and then this is just 2 root 5, and that's all. The whole point of rationalizing the denominator is write it so that you don't have a radical in the bottom, and now we don't. Okay, on this one, first of all, think of this as this, same thing, and then square root of 1 is 1, so really, it's just this. So in order to rationalize, we're going to multiply by square root of 7 over square root of 7. So on the bottom, square root of 7 times square root of 7 gives me 7. And on the top, 1 times square root of 7 gives me square root of 7. That's it. Now, if you have a binomial in the denominator, what you're going to do is you're going to change this sign. If it's plus, we're going to make it minus. So instead of writing 3 root 2 plus 4, I'm going to put 3 root 2 minus 4 over 3 root 2 minus 4. Okay, this is the longest type of problem. On the top, we're going to distribute 2 to these things, to each of those. So 2 times 3 root 2, that's 6 root 2. 2 times negative 4, that's minus 8. On the bottom, remember these are understood parentheses, we're double distributing. So 3 root 2, first we're doing this times this. 3 root 2 times 3 root 2, 3 times 3 is 9. Root 2 times root 2 is 2. So that's 18. So once again, 3 root 2 times 3 root 2 is 3 times root 2 times root 2. That part's 9, that part's 2. 9 times 2 is 18. Okay, and then we do 3 root 2 times the negative 4. That makes it minus 12 root 2. Then we do plus 4 times 3 root 2. That's plus 12 root 2. And then plus 4 times negative 4, that's minus 16. Okay, this is all in the fraction. So I can, now, let's see, these cancel. Minus 12 root 2 plus 12 root 2. 18 minus 16 is 2. So I now have 6 root 2 minus 8 all over 2. Now I can, on the top, factor out a 2. Make it look like that. See how if I put it back in, we would have this? But the reason you want to factor it out is because then you see that you can cancel it. So your final answer is that, 3 root 2 minus 4.